person who plays with data, the data analyst role, it has further scope. Either you can become a data analytics person, science person, machine learning, AI person, or whatever it is. But in this course that we are going to offer, we are going to teach you SQL, Python, and Power BI. Okay. So uh, when I mean SQL, we'll teach you the amount of SQL that is required for a data analyst to retrieve data from databases, how to retrieve complex data, how to retrieve data from multiple tables, and then how to make joins, how to transform the data, how to write com common table expressions, and then finally how to make tables or views which can be customly used for your requirement. Okay, so for this we need a software for you learning SQL. So for that we will install PostgreSQL, which is a free software, and accordingly we will learn. So because this is a demo session, you guys would be having a lot of questions, and obviously I would be speaking on the content of the subject as well. So this has been going on from 1.5 year. Like we have been conducting sessions from 1.5 year for multiple batches. On the demo session, because you all have joined, you would have a lot of questions to understand. Okay, can I learn it? Some people will be completely new; they don't know anything about technicals. Can I learn it? Or someone is already experienced working in some other technology, they want to switch their profile, or some other people have a question in their mind, can I learn Python, or can I learn SQL, or what is the difficulty within Power BI? So try to keep the session interactive. So anyone has any question now? Go ahead if you have, don't worry. Right. So the software that we are going to use is PostgreSQL for learning SQL. Okay. And the good part in this course is we will share material with you. The queries that are used in SQL, the queries that are used in Python, and even the Power BI visualizations that we have created or we will teach you guys. We we have stored it and we will share the drive link with you, and accordingly you can watch the videos, learn from the training that is going on, and accordingly you can practice, come back, ask questions if you have any. And we have yes, go ahead, Prabhakar.
Hey, Abhishek, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm Prabhakar
Yes.
actually. Yeah. So the reason I would like to ask you some clarification. Uh, I recently joined in a company. They are going to implement Oracle Elastic Cloud,
Hmm.
OAC.
Hmm.
So okay, I don't know anything about that one. So how this course is going to be helpful for me to learn OAC?
No, you are not intended to this course actually. This is a data analytics course.
I
And
see.
what you're asking about is a completely different topic. So no,
Uh,
this is
okay.
not suitable for that topic.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else? Hmm. Okay. So all the SQL queries, if you see here, they are written along with the commentary. So how to insert the rows, how to retrieve the data when you write a SQL query, all the commentary is already provided. So what will happen is once I teach you, you go back and practice. This file will always will be shared with you again. So you can watch the recording video which has been shared with you. Along with that, you can come to this file, open this file, read the commentary and practice as well. Okay. So this is one topic. Any questions on anyone has on SQL? Like, do we, what is the level of difficulty, or you're completely new to SQL, or any questions on that? Okay. Right. So The intention over here for SQL learning is you will not become a database administrator. This is not intended for that, this course. This course is for a data analytics course content wherein you need to retrieve data from multiple tables and create simple views or tables which are useful for you to make visualizations within Power BI. So the scope will not go beyond that. Okay, right. And the second topic that will be taught to you is Python. Within Python also, why Python is learned for a data analyst person or a data scientist person is it is a easy to code simple language. The context, the way of writing, the syntax, all those things within Python is very simple. Even a person who is very layman, who doesn't know any programming language also, if I show a piece of code, he can easily correlate because the code is written in a simple language which is readable. Okay, it will be almost like an English. Okay, and the course that we are going to offer for Python is we will start from the basic, defining a variable like a is equal to 1 or any variable that you want to define, and it will go on until OOPS concept. OOPS concept is object oriented programming. So we will teach you classes, and after that we will teach you OOPS concept also. In OOPS concept also, we will teach you encapsulation, inheritance, multiple inheritance, polymorphism, all those concepts. And once we learn the OOPS concept within Python, we will be teaching you pandas. Okay, that is the most important data library within Python that is useful for data transformation. Because end of the day, for a data analyst role, you need to understand the data, transform the data, and make insights out of it. Okay, and we will teach you pandas. And once we teach you pandas, we will let you know how to play with multiple data sets. Okay, and accordingly, basing on this knowledge of Python and SQL, you will be able to transform the data and accordingly make insights out of it. Okay. Now, has anyone used Python already, or has anyone coded any programming language here? Anyone, guys? Rajita, if you're trying to speak, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a developer, but yeah, I have knowledge and I can do basic coding in Java.
Okay, you have used Python anytime?
Uh, yeah, not that much, but yeah, I have a basic idea on that too.
Okay, good. Nice. So, for learning Python, again, there is a software needed. We can learn it in python.org. We can go install the software and we can learn from there also. But the most commonly used IDEs are interactive development environment. When I call IDE, interactive development environment, the most commonly used IDEs for learning Python is one is Jupyter Notebook, other one is PyCharm. Okay, both are available in Anaconda software. Okay, but for this course, while we are learning, because it is more convenient while using Jupyter, we will use Jupyter Notebook for practicing Python and how to install the software even for PostgreSQL also, even for Anaconda also. I will help you out how to install the software, how to set it up on your machine, and how to work on it. Okay. So now, if you see all the codes that are written here, this is a notebook which I've prepared across years, wherein all the information is present here, all from simple code to the most complex code. I have written in this is called as a cell. What is a cell? All this I will teach you. Need not bother on that because this is a demo. All this piece of codes will be taught to you. Okay, and it will go on until the most complex level. Okay, generator, iterator, classes, inheritance, all those things, and all this I have kept it in a notebook, and this notebook also will be dropped into OneDrive, and it will be shared with you guys. So you can, while teaching, you can listen to me, you can ask me questions, and once it is done, the video will be uploaded into YouTube and shared with you. And once it is also done, you can go ahead and practice. If you see, I have written commentary also for all the code here. So once this notebook is also shared with you, you can watch back my video, you can open the notebook, you can read the commentary, and you can code. If you don't understand, come back, ask questions. And one more thing that I wanted to tell you, in this course, I don't intensively depend on PPTs. I don't go through PPTs for teaching coding. Okay. When it is coding, it is hands-on. So all the things that I'm going to teach is going to be hands-on only. Okay. I'll be writing code in front of you. If you don't understand any piece of code, you can ask me the question. I'll explain it. If you don't understand, also no problem. You can ask me how many other times you want until you understand the concept. Once that is done only, we will progress. So I don't depend on sharing a text note or something like that and dwell over it for a longer time. And even for SQL also, even for Python also, even for Power BI as well, I barely, in the entire 45 hours course content that we are going to offer, hardly 15 or 20 minutes you would see me going through a PPT. That's it. Other than that, it's all hands-on course. Okay. Now, any questions here? Anyone has used Power BI? The third question. Has anyone used Power BI?
Yes, I have used.
Okay. Do you find Tableau easy, madam, or Power BI?
I have never used Tableau before. I have
Mm-hmm.
used only Power BI.
Okay. Right. Right. So, out of this course, do you want to learn more about Power BI, or your intention is to learn about SQL and the Python part?
I think I want to go as a course like a data analyst because all the
Mm,
three modules are important to
mm,
become a data analyst, right?
correct. Very good point. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Thank you for answering me that. Okay. So, the third part of this course is learning Power BI. Okay. For your batch, the sequence will be all three are independent. It's not that you have to learn SQL first, you have to learn Python second, and you have to learn Power BI third. No, all three are independent. You can directly work in Power BI. You can learn SQL and you can learn Python also. There is no particular sequence. So for your batch, it will be starting with Power BI first. Okay. Then once I open Power BI, we can speak on some question might be there for some of you if you have already used Power BI or you have watched some kind of YouTube videos. I can do all the piece of data transformation within Power BI only. Why do I need to learn SQL or Python? Does any one of you have that question in your mind? Like, why do I need to learn something else other than Power BI when I can do all the data transformations within Power BI only? Okay. Why? Because Power BI can handle only a particular set of data. Okay. Okay. You play with a million records. You import that million records into your Power BI, and you can transform the data using the transform data pane or the Power Query editor, and then accordingly you can make your visualizations. But if it goes to 5 million records also, fine. You have 10 files also, fine. Power BI can handle. And the more data also, it will go to, you can buy a premium license or pro license, all those things. We will talk what is a premium pro license and all those things. You can buy premium license and then also you can do. What if your data is around 100 million or 200 million? Power BI can't handle such huge amounts of data set. That is where a database comes into picture. Okay, when you have huge sets of data, that is also a practical reality. When you are working in an organization which is of huge capacity, they will have 100, 200, 300 millions of data, and that will be sitting in database only. And not all the data will be sitting in one single table. It will be split across multiple tables. Sales will be present in one place, revenue will be present in one place, or expense will be present in one place. So each and every different table, and how to get all the data together, that will be the most complex thing. Or if you are having products, all those things. So when the data goes into millions and millions of records, the data will be stored in database. How to retrieve that data? Using SQL. Okay, if you are not a pure techie, you never learned programming in your language, or you never wrote any programs in your life, so might be somewhere you will find SQL syntax is a little complex for me. That is where Python is there. Okay, Python is more easily readable, so might be people find it more comfortable for using data reading and transformation. So now it's up to the end analyst whether I want to use SQL, or whether I want to use Python, or whether I want to use Power BI. The more the records, you have to go for SQL and Python. If the data is small, you have million, 5 million, or even 10 million also, you can survive with Power BI, but not beyond that. It'll crash. Okay. So now within this course, we will make multiple visualizations. So what I've done is I have brought in, through my experience, a lot of data sets, okay, which are available freely on Google. And I have made some visualizations out of it. All the data will be shared with you. Okay. And accordingly, we will, I will make all the visualizations and show it to you, so that with that data, even you can make the transformations and understand the concepts of Power BI. Okay. So suppose now this was recently held World Cup in 2023. I shouldn't call recently, now it is 25. In 2023, a World Cup was held in India, if you guys understand cricket. So in that tournament, the the performance of player, I wanted to understand what was the individual performance of each player. Okay, I hope everyone understands cricket over here. So in that tournament entirely, there were 23,427 runs scored, and number of sixes and boundaries and total wickets that were captured, and which team performed in which way, who was on the top, who was in the last, and then even the batsman also, who was the top scorer in that tournament, who was the topmost wicket taker in that tournament. Okay, and how many teams have won how many matches, and what was the run rate of each team. Okay, I'll come to the data part, I'll speak. Okay, and then if I go to venue also, just a moment. So if you see, the matches were played across India. Okay, if I wanted to see in Hyderabad how many matches were played, I click on this, I will get to know, okay, three matches were played, match number 2, 6, 8, and then it was played in Rajiv Gandhi Stadium. And then who were the teams that were participating in that matches? Pakistan, Netherlands, New Zealand, Netherlands, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. And which team won by how many runs, lost by how many runs, or won by how many wickets? Okay, who was the match player of the match? All those things. Basing on my interaction over here, and accordingly, the data set will refresh. If I go to Ahmedabad, what was the what was the stadium, what was the teams, and what who won, who lost, all those things. Okay, this is a different type of chart, this is a different type of chart, I mean maps. So what is the difference between these two? How to use this, how to get this data set, how to make it interactive? Okay, that is all a question for you, right? That is what will be taught in this course. And then if I go to player performance here, if I go to player performance here, like batsman, bowler, player of the match, how many times each player got player of the match, and then how many runs, like if it is beyond a particular number, mark it into darker shade of blue or lighter shade of blue. In this visualization, I've taken blue shade. That's why majorly you will see blue color only in this. And then bowler performance also, like basing on the wickets, that 25 wickets that Mohammad Shami has captured, how many percentage of wickets was bowled. Okay. If you see on the hover that I'm doing, the darker shade, Mohammad Shami 15%, 15 wickets has caught. That is 60% of his wickets. And then if I go to 8%, two times he made the batsman LBW. Like all those statistics, who understand or correlate with cricket more, they can understand this. And this is a different chart. This is a percentage chart. Okay. And then if I go to batting report card, India in total has scored these many runs, these many boundaries, these many sixes. And within India also, it was Virat Kohli who was top scoring. If I wanted to know, everyone knows in that tournament Virat Kohli top scored, but I wanted to know in New Zealand who top scored. I can go here, it was this guy. So all this data transformation, how did I do? I'll show you my raw data set now. For making this visualization, I had to connect to three different CSV files. CSV means comma separated file. It is, if you don't understand a CSV, don't worry, it is almost in Excel. Okay. So these were my three data sets. Okay. One is having ranking and a team and matches played, won, lost, all those things. Second one is having the data related to which team won against which team, what was the venue and how many runs, who was the player of match, all those things. And the third one was a pure raw data set. Like on the first ball of the tournament, batsman was this guy Bairstow, bowler was Trent Bolt, runs of the bat were 6. And if you see, I don't have any, sorry, runs of the bat were 0. And if you see, I don't have any 6 or 4 column here. I have only runs of bat. And the second ball of the tournament was a 6, right? And similar way, if you see, 1 second, I don't have here. Just a moment, I'm having some problem with my Excel, but I will show you. So suppose I go to Virat. Okay, match number 5. It was between India and Australia. Okay, I am having now Virat Kohli came to bat in the second, okay, first over only. On sixth ball, he faced against Mitchell Stark and he did not score any run. So here, if you see in 2.1 over, he scored 2 runs against Mitchell Stark. And if you see in that match only, Shreyas Iyer got out on 1.6 over, caught. So all this data set is purely raw. How could you make this visualization work now? Right? How could I say, okay, Mohammad Shami has taken 25 wickets. If I click on Virat Kohli now, here, I will know that he was dismissed by these 8 bowlers in that tournament. Okay? And if I click on Mohammad Shami now, I will know that Mohammad Shami dismissed these batsmen in that tournament. And against Mohammad Shami, this guy scored 55 runs also in that tournament. So how could I do this visualization now? It was basing on this data, but this data is not in a readable format, right? I'm having 26,000 odd rows in this data, right? 26,120. But how could we transform the data? That is the piece that you will learn in this course, how to transform the data. Any questions now? And in this course, we will learn to connect to Excel files, CSV files, even databases, connect to multiple tables, and understand how to connect to database, how to connect to files, and how to transform the data. Now, if you see all the three tables that I was showing, three files, World Cup matches file, World Cup deliveries file, World Cup points file, how to connect them, okay, how to make a join, what are SQL joins, what are Python joins, what is the join concept within the Power BI that you have to make, and then the cardinality, many to one, one to one, one to many to many. When what kind of it is difficult, when we should make a many to many join, when we should make a one to many join, all those things, and a cross filter direction. So you will understand all this. And now this is called as a report view, table view, model view. What are the three different things over here? How to make access, how to manage access, what is row level security, what is dynamic row level security. And once this is done, okay, did I do the transform data? Did I use the Power Query editor? Yes, I used Power Query editor for this particular visualization. Okay, and once I go into transform data, how did I transform data within this? Okay, how did I calculate a 6? How did I calculate a 4? How did I calculate a wicket captured? All those things. So how did I transform a particular column from a string to an integer, integer to a string? When do we need to do that? All those things. How did I split a column? So you will learn all those things within this visualization. And with multiple visualizations, I will teach you many things. Any questions until now? Guys, you need to ask questions, otherwise you will not understand what you will end up learning. Yes, Tarun.
Will you be touching like the slow change dimensions and all that, all those concepts
In SQL, you mean to ask?
in SQL? Yes.
See, that is where I told you for a data analyst, all those will not be needed for us.
Okay.
So when you are a DB admin or a DB person, you would be needing all those concepts.
Okay.
For SQL here for a data analyst, majorly you will be needing to retrieve data
Okay.
and transform it and finally make it ready for your visualization. So
Right.
for that slowly changing dimension and all those things, that
Yeah.
would not fall into a place of a data analyst.
Got it.
That is why we do not cover that. That will be a too much technical concept and people might not correlate with that.
Got it.
So
Understood.
that's why, yeah,
Yeah.
good question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, good
Anyone else?
morning.
Yes, madam.
Sir, is Tableau included in this course or no?
No, madam. We teach Power BI.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Yeah. So now let's go to one more data set. Just a moment, it will open up. Have you guys heard about DAX within Power BI? Doing simple transformation is easy, but beyond the point, we need to go to a level of writing DAX. DAX means data analytics expressions, data analysis expression, however you call it. Have you used DAX? Any one of you?
I haven't used DAX, but I know like how it is useful
Hmm,
for creating table like reports in within the Power BI,
yes, correct.
like the measures.
Hmm,
Uh,
hmm, hmm.
yeah.
Correct. We call it measures only. Right. So now I am having a data set wherein, let's go to the final view. Okay, I have pure raw data set wherein I have, one second, let me go to this file. Always see, whenever we see the data, we don't understand in the initial moment. How to understand the requirement, how to code, how to make visualization is the trickiest part. So always data is raw and we won't understand anything. Everyone will have that problem. So basing on our requirement only, we will go ahead and code anything. So one second, P6 office supplies. So this is my file. Just a moment. Hmm. Okay. Within this P6 office supplies file, I am having some raw data set wherein which is correlating with a particular store. They are selling only office supplies. In that they are selling pen set, binder, pen, pencil, desk, such kind of things. And they have order date, order ID, the region that it is being sold into, and then the rep who has sold the product, how many units he has sold, what is the unit price, what is the discount, what was the promotion that he has given, and how many days it has taken to deliver the product. Okay, suppose then for an each rep there will be a manager. So who is that manager? and then accordingly, what is the employee details that I have, and then again I'm having a separate delivery sheet. Okay, how many days it got to deliver. So all these things. Now, basing on this data set, I wanted to understand from here, can I understand who, which manager is having how many reps and what is the sale that they have made, which region is making more sale, or which product is being sold the most, which month the sales were high. That would be the question. If you are a product company, end of the day, your boss will like to see, okay, which region is making more sales for me, which is a loss region, why that is not performing. Is there a rep problem or a product problem or the manager? All those things I want to interpret on that. So from this data, how will we make a visualization? Let me go into that visualization. So over here now, if you see, I've transformed that data into sales by region, sales by category, discount value by promotion and item, monthly sales, according to rep, who's the topmost performing rep, who's the least performing rep, she is the least performing rep. And then if you see, these are the top 5 performers individually as a rep, and this is the top 5 managers. And if I click on Warner here, I will get to know under Warner who are the reps that are present and what is the sale that they are doing across region, what is the sale that they are doing across category, and what is the promotions that they are offering. And then if you see, he is having 2 top performers under him, that is why he's sitting on the top position. If I wanted to see head, okay, he is having only one top performer under him. So now if I wanted to bother about, okay, why this person is having 18th rank among all the reps, under whom she is sitting, she is sitting under March. Okay, she is selling only in April and May. She is selling only pencil, that too in South region. Why is it so? Why this person is performing better? Why this person is not performing better? So basing on a single visual only, we can interpret all the answers. So a person sitting at a top level would like to see a chart. Okay, on a single visualization, on a single page only, they should see what is the performance across their products, across their regions. So it is easy for them, clicking on a button only they see answer. Now, okay, analyst wants to read. Okay, in North region, who are performing better? I want to have more analysis. I click on drill through. I go to detailed view. Just a moment. I'll come back from here. Let me go from Warner. Yeah. So now under Warner, across regions, the products are being sold. Now, basing on my selection, I want to see only what is the discount percent people under Warner are providing. So 37% they are providing discount in East region. Why is it so? They are providing only 11% in South. Why is it so? Why are we giving such huge discount? And who was the rep? So if I wanted to see the rep, I can see here. If I don't want to see the rep detail, I uncheck it and I don't see the rep. Okay. And then suppose I want to see the sales after discount. I go select that and the graph automatically changes to include sales after discount. I want to see the discount value. I can select this and automatically the discount value is populating here also, here also. If I click on North region only here, and automatically I get to see the North region. So how did this field got created? How are we making it interactive? Now this is all fine, but the data was purely nothing here. It was just a raw data. How did I transform now? So for this one, we created a lot of measures. If you see, these are our measures, this calculator symbol on the screen. So we have created a lot of measures for learning. Okay, so that it is useful. So all the now let me go to that file, just a moment. So these are all the DAX formulas. So I've segregated this into low complexity, medium complexity, and then the high complexity. So which are the most used measure formulas across within Power BI, more realistic in office environment. I have written all those formulas in a sheet, and all these formulas will be taught to you and will be shown in a visualization. and accordingly you will learn how to make the visualizations once you create the measures also. So when you start with a raw data, what is your vision? What are all the measures that I need to create? Once I create the measures, how to make the visualization? So all this will be taught to you. So accordingly, if you see, there are around 180 lines of formula, but this will be around 100 plus DAX formulas. This will be taught to you, and this is all written here and shared with you. And not only these two visualizations, you will learn how many more? I think 5 more visualizations. Yeah, in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seven visualizations you will learn with different data sets and different concepts. If I go to Amazing Mart, this is like an Amazon. Just a moment. If anyone has questions, you can ask.
Hi, sir. Do we
Yes,
need to
madam.
have any prior knowledge or idea
No,
about this? Okay.
no coding prior knowledge is required because I have had now around 6th or 7th batch this is, and people from no coding background or 10 years they did not do anything after studying. Even they could learn Python, they could learn SQL, and they could make visualizations what I've done even better than me and ask questions. Yeah. They have learned
Okay.
easily.
Yeah, yeah. So after completion of this course, like if we learn properly, at least like after
Mm-mm.
getting that course,
Yeah, good,
so
good, good question. Good answer also you gave that you learn
yeah,
properly. Yeah.
yeah. So how many years of experience we can at least make out of this?
If you learn what I exactly teach, madam,
Yeah.
I am a 11 years experienced person working as a manager in very big organization. You can even tell that you know that much of experience, but no. I would not encourage people generally telling some fake experiences. That is
Yeah.
against my ethic. But yeah, is that I'm giving you an example how many years of experience that I possess. And with this, if you are able to do what I am doing in the session, and if you are able to replicate easily, people with 5, 6 years experience can't do what I have done also
Okay.
in this sessions.
Understood, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Any others? Right. So now this particular amazing mart, it is operating only in Europe region. If you see Europe concentrated company. So now this particular amazing mart, what are they selling? They are selling furniture, office supply, and even technology. Under technology, I wanted to see what are the products. So if I go select category that is technology, and if you see basing on my selection also, the values here, the smart visual is prompting me the data in technologies, central region, they made 54% of profit. Okay. And accordingly, the data will be modified. You would have seen all this slicer filter. I'm 100% sure all of you would have already seen this in YouTube videos. But now from that raw data, how did I interpret? Now, if I want to see only particularly central, I click on central, accordingly I see the central data. If I want to see only south, I will see only south data, right? Basing on that, if I want to go into further detail, like the same visual, the other one might be, I did not enable drill through here. No, 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 I did not enable drill through. Let me go to sales summary. So here, so this again, right? If I want to see only profit, I make a choose selection of profit and accordingly profit will show up for me, right? Only profit data. If I want to see say quantity that is being sold, okay, I will see only quantity. If I want to see category, okay, I don't want to see country, okay, I'm having category as technology. Now in this, I want to see subcategory, which is the quantity that is being sold. So under technology, they are selling only phones, right? Under that, I want to see the discount being offered, okay. If you see in South, we are giving 30% discount. That is why we are making less profit in South. If I select profit, you see it is negative 8K, right? So I could get my answer without going anywhere. And this smart visual also accordingly basing on my selections, it is changing the data. And even if I select any particular region here, suppose I select South, even this visual also is trying to show me only South region where we are selling. So if I don't select this and if I go choose something here, some piece of it here, and accordingly that data will show me this is North region. And if I go select, remove this, and I select country, that small dot is nothing but Finland. If I go select state, all these regions under it. Okay. Any questions now? So all this will be taught to you. Any questions? How to use transform data, Power Query editor, how to create columns within this. All of it will be taught to you. Just a moment. I am opening Power Query editor. Okay. So all these buttons, which are uh, the first page, all these buttons, whatever you see, other than the analytics or machine learning, those will not be useful. Other things will be taught to you, and even under transform data, how to split a column, how to detect a data type, how to pivot the data, pivot a column, how to use a Python script within Power BI, that will also be taught to you. And then column from example, custom column, invoke custom column. Yeah, date, time, this is nothing required, and then the other tools, it's not done. So all these buttons, which are 90% of it, will be taught to you. And if I go back to the visualization page, whatever you see here, all these buttons other than R, because I don't teach that, I will teach you. Almost 90% of Power BI will be taught to you. And I told you in Python, I will go on to loops concept, even generator, decorator. And after that, you will learn pandas. And in SQL, you will learn common tables expressions also. That will be the complexity level. And even for measures also, we have written a formula sheet. This will be shared with you. For SQL also, I have done that. This will also be shared with you. And for Python also, I have prepared a complete notebook from start to it. And even similarly for pandas also, I have done that. And this will also be shared with you, like data frames, group bys, merging, joining, concatenating, all this. All the material, as I told you, I don't like going on PPTs or some text content. It's all hands-on, make you learn programming so that you on your own can, from a raw data set, can make a very good visualization. That is what is a job for all of us. Now I have 10 more minutes. I don't want to go into detail on this session. If you have questions, ask me. I have a question on the course fee. I think for data analyst, it is around some 11,000 odd, ma'am, Indian rupees. But you can speak to that WhatsApp group, Anita or someone, they will answer your question. Claire, yes,
Hi, can you hear me?
yes, yes.
How much would that be in USD, in US dollars, or in Philippine peso?
1 second, madam. I think they're in that moment.
Mm.
Is showing me okay, 150 USD.
Okay. Can you send me the whole course?
Yes.
But
So
going to be
you have already shared
Python.
the link. I will again forward it in the group. I'm just clicking on it now.
All right. Also, I have another question. You mentioned that you will be on this course. You will be tackling the Python, the Power BI, and data
Mm,
analytics. Is that correct?
yes. Yes.
Um, Also, well, I'm currently enrolled in a Python class. However, it's just the basic fundamentals.
Mm.
You mean um, availing this course with your training solutions would enable me to land a job already?
Will it make you job ready? That is what you're asking.
Yes.
I think it was Rajita's statement that you guys also learn. All my students who like have taken now with this institute, the seventh batch or something, people have got jobs.
I'm sorry, but you're cracking up. I cannot hear it very well.
Okay, people have got jobs. Okay,
All right.
on what they have learned, and
Also, you mentioned that you will be um teaching the from the start to end with
mm,
Python programming. Is that correct?
yes, from writing a is equal to one and telling this hello, this isn't hello world, or this is a basic to the difficult part.
All right. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Hello.
Archana.
Hello.
Yeah, Monica. Whoever. See, just unmute and you can speak. No need to raise hand. Yeah, and Monica, speak.
So when will the classes are going to start? Like from tomorrow or from when?
Uh, Tomorrow I will have a Power BI demo session, madam. So no
Again?
that. No, 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 not for you. For only Power BI people. But you guys will be joined together. So most probably once the course people have registered and everything settles down, it will be communicated in the same WhatsApp group that the course is starting from tomorrow or so and so.
Hmm.
Probably this week. And I teach from only 7 a.m. in IST morning, 8 a.m. IST, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST
Okay.
time.
And one more thing, what will be the fee in CAD?
I don't know the conversion, madam. You can just Google it out or just speak to Anita. It's 150 USD.
Oh, okay.
Just,
And
she's very cooperative also. You just text Anita in the group. You just tag as Anita and it'll come up and then you go.
okay, okay, okay then. Thanks. All right. Bye.
Is it 5 days a week?
Yes, sir. Good question. Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday is your holiday.
And that is India Monday to Friday, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
India, Monday to Friday. My Monday. Yeah, correct.
All right, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Archana, you had something?
Yeah, hi. What is the difference between Tableau and Power BI?
Okay, both are from different company, madam, but end of the day, both of it do the same task. If you're asking me which is better, which is not, both
Mhm.
of it has its area where each of its win. Power BI is easy to learn. Tableau is a little comparatively difficult to learn, but it is also easy. One is coming from Microsoft, other is from Salesforce. So, do you say Microsoft is kind of a package. A company buys some software. End of the day, they need to have Windows, so they are giving away Microsoft Power BI so as at a cheaper price. So they are pushing somewhere Power BI to be used in all the organizations, and then even the other areas like Microsoft Azure also is also Microsoft end of the day. So they are bundling up the products and selling. That's why mostly Power BI is being used now. But if you are asking me for visualizations, I personally like Tableau.
Okay.
But making a visualization in Power BI is easier compared to Tableau. And data transformation part and data handling part, that is where Tableau I will rate a 100 and Power BI I will rate a 96 out of 100. Other than that, Power BI is the most simple thing if you are asking me compared to Tableau.
Okay.
Learning this is very easy if you are learning for the first time.
Okay. But I have seen some resumes like they have included Tableau as well as Power BI.
That's what I'm telling you. One of it, learning the other one is easy because it is just they are selling to two companies selling to same products, different names.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
as I told you, Microsoft
Yes.
has its own advantage.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Anyone else? Any question?
Hello.
Yes.
You mentioned that it's Monday to Friday, and
Mm,
term session is 1 hour, right?
yes, correct.
All right. Thank you.
4 more minutes. If no one has any questions, I'll give it back to you. Or if you have question, ask me. Okay. If you don't have questions or you think of asking me later on, put it in the group. Or you have any questions relating to course payment, course fee, you want some kind of discount, speak to Anita. She will help you out. Okay. Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.